Hello, professors. My name is Sai Bharat Reddy Lingala. I have graduated from NIT Warangal in 2023 from BTech Computer Science Engineering, and currently I'm working as a software engineer at Amazon. It's been 2 years now, and I'm very grateful for the college for what it has given to me. Right from the start of the college, every professor encouraged me in every aspect, and the professors that I am attaching in the email list are very close to me. uh, they encouraged me very well, and here I have some information or initiative from my side. I just wanted to share it with the professors and the management of NIT Warangal so that we can execute this flawlessly. So, as many of you know, I am a person with disability, and with great hard work and support from my peers, parents, and professors, I have got into Amazon as a software engineer. But in these 4 years, I have seen many of my friends who are persons with disabilities are struggling very hard to cope up with academics, placements, building connections in college, participating in any extracurricular activities, participating in sports. Uh, they used to restrict themselves, and they were very underconfident when it comes to any events. There are various reasons. I have actually analyzed the reasons. I also have some potential solutions to tackle this problem. I have been working on it for the past 3 to 4 months, and I have also started building disability confidence in my workplace, that is Amazon. I have been guest speaker in those events. From the professor's point of view, it might be concerning that I am trying to differentiate between the people that they are persons with disabilities, etc. But it is okay. We have to accept the reality, sir. As I have found out the solutions for the above problem that I was mentioning, I would like to share my initiative, my perspective, and to the management of NIT Warangal so that they can execute these solutions in the college that will boost the confidence of any person with disability in the college. So I felt that implementing or executing these solutions at the college level will form a foundation for the students so that they can use these resources, they can use these facilities by the college, and they can start pursuing their dreams. They can start fueling up their energy. So that is the reason I wanted these solutions to be implemented in NIT Warangal. So the ultimate vision here is I want NIT Warangal to be a beacon of light when it comes to building disability confidence. Also, as an institute of national importance, it is our responsibility to do that. Also, other colleges can directly emulate this model in their own space. So here I'm requesting all the professors to have an attention for the next 10 to 15 minutes. I have created a PPT, and I'll be presenting that PPT now. Yeah, professors. So I want to name this initiative as enabling abilities. I hope that makes sense. And so, as part of this initiative, we'll be building disability confidence, and as a consequence, we'll be empowering persons with disabilities in achieving self-reliance in their life. So, the whole motive of this initiative is to attain self-reliance. Uh, Actually, the person with disabilities themselves attaining self-reliance in their life. That means trying not to dependent on much, trying not to dependent much on the external world, and having financial stability, etc. So here self-reliance also means Atma Nirbharata. So that is aligning with the goals of that our country makes, and also what our college is looking for. So as I mentioned, I have analyzed the various reasons, various solutions for those problems, and I wanted to come up with a holistic approach, and wanted to share this vision and make it a common vision for all of us when it comes to enabling abilities. There are five aspects that I have looked into, and the first one goes like accessibility and inclusion, and second one is differently abled persons community, that is DAP community, and the third one is capacity building, fourth one is inclusive placements, and the fifth one is para sports. each domain has an immense potential in making a person with disability as a self-reliant. So I would like to start with accessibility and inclusion. So when it comes to accessibility, it is a process of making any resource in our college to be able to use, to be able to access. So that's the ideal form of accessibility. And by resources here, I mean our libraries, our department specific buildings, computer labs, chemistry labs, sports equipment, and each and every place in our college, it needs to be accessible for any people. Uh, Generally, we don't think from the perspective of a person with disability. Let's say a person do not have both legs. Uh, let's say a person cannot walk. So how can he climb on to the stairs of library? How can he climb up the steps of academic building or electrical department or mechanical department? So do we have enough infrastructure when it comes to accessibility? That is one question. These are some things that I have observed during my time in the college, and maybe we might have already improved in these aspects. So, but this is what accessibility means as a whole. Cool. And when it comes to inclusion, I feel like even now, most of the persons with disabilities, they lack that confidence to be able to participate in all any cultural events, any coding competitions, and building connections with people. So I feel there is some hesitation in the persons with disabilities minds. uh, we need to work upon that also. So these are the problems that I have observed. Now I also have the solutions for them. And when it comes to accessibility, uh, our management can work upon the infrastructure building. Uh, if there are any places where lifts or ramps can be installed in the place of steps, and it is very helpful for persons with disabilities to commute across the college using the help of electrical vehicles. I would like to give one example here. There is one of my friend. He is not able to walk, so in between the classes, he has to switch from academic building to a computer lab. He has to switch from computer lab to chemistry lab next. So it would be very difficult for him to make this change, to make this shift within the 10 minutes or 11 minutes of gap. So I would want the management of NIT Varangal to work upon this, maybe to form a five-member committee or panel that can analyze or investigate what are the aspects where our college can do better. So infrastructure building is one thing, and also sometimes we need some exceptions. uh, as the example that I was mentioning, uh, moving from one class to another class, if it would be very great if you have any virtual classes that would help these persons. And as the process of in the process of making an inclusive environment, uh, we our sounding should not be we are making this exclusively for persons with disabilities, but this should be like a normalized process. We should normalize this in every design of academic building or any other resource that every person, any public place that we wanted to make. The design of it should be inclusive. So we should follow some universal design patterns uh, that management can definitely look into. So this is the aspect of accessibility and inclusion. So next comes the capacity building. We must admit the fact that persons with disabilities are taken into the college on the basis of reservation. I personally feel, based upon hearing from my friends who are from the same community, they have that knowledge gap, and they have that logical ability ka gap. As consequence of this, they are unable to cope up with the competition. They are unable to understand some of the advanced concepts in the classes, because of which they feel underconfident. And we must admit this fact. I'm not like I. So it's not like I'm just pointing it out, but there is this severe gap, professors. uh, we need to admit it, and we need to look into this issue. Yeah. So I heard from many of my friends that, hey Bharat, I'm not able to understand these concepts at all, man. I don't know. And they realize this before exams, just before exams. So me personally, I am very active. Whenever I do not understand anything, I just go to professors, go to my friends, and clear the doubts that I have. And I try to maintain a good CGPA across my semesters. And so I found out the reasons also. There could be the hesitation, the inability to ask for help, and the lack of confidence, and not having good connections with peers and professors. So these are all the reasons for that knowledge gap. As part of solutions, NIT Warangal can think upon various solutions, and here are my some of my solutions. So every person with disability needs some mentoring. It could be from professors, it could be from senior members in their own branches. So I felt like mentoring is mandatory. There'll be confidence issues. There'll be doubts that they need that needs to be solved. So I feel like for every person with disability, we can assign a mentor, both professor and a senior from their department, so that at any point of time, it will be helping them. Cool. And also, I there is one community called as differently abled person community, which will be formalizing and which will be standardizing as part of this initiative. So it could be the responsibility of DAP community to maintain these records of mentoring, etc., and also to conduct some frequent doubt resolving sessions. So we'll be discussing that aspect at that point of time. And also, college can work upon some skill development courses, skill development aspect. So now, uh, so along with the concepts, let's say along with coding concepts or along with branch specific concepts, it's very important to have the soft skills or negotiating skills or talking or communication skills, right, in order to tackle a placement, tackle an interview. So we can work upon this also. And when it comes to the world of AI, it's very important to have this consistent upskilling mechanism. So I feel like uh, NIT Warangal should be investing in all these things, not only in terms of persons with disabilities, but across the college. So I already know that NIT Warangal is having a mentorship related with professors and children. So, but I felt like it is not so effective. I might be wrong. So, but we can just formalize this process. So that is about capacity building. So the name itself indicates we need to build that capacity. We need to upskill people in order to them to tackle the future problems in their world. So that is one thing that we need to work upon. So next is inclusive placements. For every student, placements are very important factor, determining factor as an outcome of their college, as an outcome of their study. So and this placements will definitely boost their confidence, make them financially independent, and make them self-reliant. So that is the reason I'm stressing on these placements, especially in terms of persons with disabilities. So as I have dived deep into the constraints with respect to the low percentage of persons placement of persons with disabilities, I found out various reasons. Lack of CGPA and right skills, logical ability, and again being underconfident. Many of my friends, uh, they have very less CGPA because of various backlogs. Again, this CGPA and backlogs could be solved with mentoring and capacity building solution that we have mentioned earlier, but I'm just pointing it out here. So lack of CGPA is a very important criteria for the low placement rate. Also having right skills is very important. So these are some of the constraints that I observed. Again, when it comes to solution capacity building that we have discussed, every person with disability should focus on their own CGPA, and they need to have that consistent efforts from their end. And one important aspect here I would like to discuss is we need to invite companies that have special programs, special recruitment programs for persons with disabilities. Let us say Amazon have these diversity and inclusion programs which helps persons with disabilities when it comes to accommodation, when it comes to process of hiring, etc. So there is a company called as Burglar. This company is very inclusive with for persons with disabilities. They have some separate seats or quotas for persons. It's a private company, and they'll be giving some assistance to these persons with disabilities. So again, it's the responsibility of DAP community to gather the list of companies who have these special programs for recruitment of persons with disabilities. So on my end, I have actually looked into I have actually looked into uh, what are the various companies that are hiring for persons with disabilities. Microsoft, Amazon, Mercedes Benz, Scumberger. So there are multiple companies over here. A placement cell might be having a better knowledge on what companies to call, and these are the list of companies that especially have hiring programs for persons with disabilities. So I would like to I would like to request college placement cell and DAP community to go through the attachments that I am attaching in this email, to go through the presentation and work upon these solutions. So placements, yeah. So that is a solution for placements that I have figured it out, and I strongly understand that college is doing their best, but it depends upon the interest of the person, interest of the individual student, to put that efforts and to be able to get a better placement as an outcome of their college. Yeah, it's the responsibility of the individual again. So as I informed, it is a holistic approach that we are taking up as part of making this persons with disability community as a self-reliant. So that's when sports play an important role nowadays. Uh, Sports, I feel like para sports is an untapped domain till now. That means it's not explored yet. So it has an immense potential, and para sports are booming right now. And so my suggestion over here is, let us expose sports to the persons with disabilities. Let them pick any sport that they are interested in. If they are consistently performing well in sports, I would strongly recommend institute to have some special focus on them and give them special resources, facilities, and we need to form that culture of para sports in our college. So that is all my intention over here. And as part of this, we need to have some separate unit in our physical education department that handles this. And NIT Varangal should portray to the external world that it is nurturing para sports. So one sign of such portrayal could be by conducting para tournaments with our infrastructure that we have big grounds, we have some, we can make them better, but we have badminton courts, tennis courts. So using these infrastructure, using these resources, we need to portray to the external world that NIT Varangal is very much into para sports. It's very much into building confidence in the disability community. So yeah. So as part of this, we can also bring in the para athletes to form some kind of motivation in the individuals. Example, I would like to here example could be Nitish Kumar. He is a Olympic gold medalist in para badminton. So such Olympians or such athletes, if we try to bring it to the student community, they'll be inspired, they'll be motivated to work upon their goals, to work upon in the domain. So para sports is a very important aspect that we need to look into. So the whole presentation I was mentioning about DAP community. So this is a differently abled person community that is a very important entity in the entire process of building disability confidence. Here, I want this entity to work upon various things and to have responsibilities on various things. So basically, this community represents the persons with disabilities in the college, and that will help them to boost their confidence. So it has a lot of responsibilities that I have configured till now, but we can definitely add on top of that. So one is we need to have the data of persons with disabilities in the college, so that we can take some data-driven approaches. How many of these disability types of students are available in the college right now? What are the resources that we can provide to them? And as I was mentioning, we need to map persons with disabilities with their mentors. Here, mentors, I mean, it could be professors, it could be students. So this mapping and all can be taken care by DAP community. And community can always have that eagle eye and have the checks and balances on whether the resources are being accessible, and whether do we are we following the inclusion environment principles in our college. So all these things, DAP community can have the checks and balances. Yeah. So, and this community should always be responsible for asking for provisions, asking for resources, any exceptions required from management, but they should not be misused. And DAP community should play an active role in collecting all the companies that have hiring inclusive hiring programs, and assisting placement cell in this regard. And also, it's very important to conduct some events that depicts the success testimonials of any person with disabilities who was successful in their own domain, in a frequent manner. Okay, the reason I'm saying is any person in their life will get motivated by looking at if any other person have already succeeded, who had a similar path, who had similar constraints, who had that lack of resources. So he'll be able to get inspired from that. And that is the reason our professor from computer science department, K Ramesh sir, he always brings up some students from the external who are successful, who has gone through the same path, so that people could get inspired. This is a very important aspect, in fact. So that's how we can boost the confidence, in fact. So this is one thing that DAP community can frequently do in the college, so in order to build that confidence. So yeah, so that is the vision that I have right now when it comes to building disability confidence in our college, respected professors. And so this is the vision that I wanted to share with everyone over here, so that we are on same page, so that we can take necessary actions, we can execute them, and we can portray NIT Warangal to the external world that we are having an inclusive environment over here. And we, NIT Warangal, as an institute of national importance, uh, we can proudly say that we are having an inclusive environment over here. So, and definitely other colleges can directly emulate the model that we are using, directly replicate the model that they are using. And I want to have this bottom up approach. So, so this is how we are solving the problem at the root level. And this 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 approach, or this positive effects, this positive initiatives that we are taking will have that cascading effort. And overall, our India or our country will be performing better when it comes to the inclusion aspect. These are some of the ideas that I was working on for the past 4 to 5 months. And I was able to document well everything in a video, in a PPT, in a document. So I would request the management and the professors start working on to start executing these things. They will not take much time. It's all about actions. We can take them. And I would like to be part of any decision that college wants to take upon in this regard. And I would like to be an important stakeholder in this process of making the PWD community is self-reliant, and special mentions to Rama ma'am. While I was in college, I started discussing these same things in my fourth year, and that is about before 2 years. Uh, but I didn't have enough vision time at that point of time, and so I'm coming in front of professors and management now, and started sharing my ideas. So, and I would be always happy to help in this regard, and yeah, hope uh, we'll be implementing this soon, and yeah. So let's make the world inclusive. That is the motive here. Let's make the community self-reliant, and so that they won't be depending upon governments, any external world. So thanks a lot, professors. Thanks for listening till now. If you are still listening, thanks a lot for this. I hope I didn't waste your time. Hope this 20 to 25 minutes make some difference. Yeah, um, and also I think Teachers' Day is very near, September 5th. I would like to wish every professor a happy Teachers' Day, and I'm very grateful and thankful to all the professors and the community, and even NIT Varangal. So thanks a lot. This is my email ID and contact number. You can always reach out to me on any domain, LinkedIn, anything. I'm always ready to help. Thank you.